For centuries, kings and emperors believed their power flowed not just from divine right, but from the stars themselves. They hired astrologers to dictate their wars, their marriages, and their coronations, striving to align their mortal power with the eternal, cyclical order of the cosmos. Yet, when their empires inevitably collapsed, they saw not political failure but a chilling betrayal. They believed the heavens had turned against them. This is the history of the cosmic bloodline, the star-crossed curses that sealed the fate of the world's most powerful royal dynasties. The House of Habsburg, for centuries, was the undisputed monarch of Europe, its power spanning vast territories from Spain to the Holy Roman Empire. They maintained meticulous records of celestial events, viewing every comet and every eclipse as a direct sign of imperial favor or disfavor. One of the most powerful superstitions surrounding their decline involved the sudden, terrifying appearance of solar eclipses during critical periods. While the fall of the Habsburgs was certainly due to economic and political overreach, the public perception was irrevocably tainted by celestial omens. A sudden eclipse during a key battle or a failed political maneuver was instantly interpreted as the gods abandoning the lineage. For a dynasty that relied so heavily on cosmic legitimacy, these events served as a psychological death sentence, reinforcing the belief, both within the court and among the populace, that their imperial karma had run out. The sky, they felt, had withdrawn its favor, marking the beginning of the end for Europe's greatest dynasty. Few dynasties met a more violent and mystically foretold end than the Romanovs of Imperial Russia. The last Tsar, Nicholas II, was plagued by portents, believing his fate was pre-written. This belief was intensely amplified by the influence of Grigory Rasputin, the wandering mystic whose power grew exponentially due to the imperial family's obsession with astrology and prophecy. The Romanov era was often haunted by celestial phenomena interpreted as ill omens. The appearance of unexpected comets or prominent meteor showers around the time of the Russo-Japanese War and the birth of the Tsarevich Alexei fueled a widespread cultural belief that the dynasty was marked for doom. But perhaps the deepest prophecy lay in the individual's destiny. Nicholas II was said to have been born under a particularly ill-fated astrological sign. For the Russians, the eventual collapse, the revolution, and the final brutal execution were not random acts of history, but the fulfillment of a tragic cosmic script, validated by the very stars that Rasputin claimed to read. Long before the Habsburgs or Romanovs, the ancient Egyptian pharaohs linked their very existence to the cosmos. Their kingdom's legitimacy was tied directly to the celestial order, particularly the Orion Constellation, the embodiment of the god Osiris, the deity of resurrection and life after death. The pyramids were built as cosmic ascension machines, aligning the deceased pharaoh's tomb with the constellation so his soul could travel to his divine origin. But this deep cosmic bond also carried the ultimate risk of a cosmic curse. When the tomb of the boy king Tutankhamun was opened in the 1920s, the subsequent deaths and illnesses surrounding the excavators were immediately attributed to the curse. Public and media obsession worldwide was not focused on earthly toxins, but on the pharaoh's wrath, a vengeance triggered because the living had disturbed a soul on its cosmic journey. The fate was sealed not by the pharaoh, but by the stars he was meant to join. These majestic failures share a crucial pattern: royal power was conditional. The same cosmic forces that validated the king's right to rule were also the ones that withdrew that authority. Whether an eclipse signaled economic failure or a comet portended revolution, these dynasties felt their ultimate destruction came from beyond the terrestrial sphere. Was their fall an act of fate written in the stars, or was it the natural collapse of overextended empires simply seeking a magnificent, cosmic excuse for their own human failings? The answer remains reflected in the eternal mystery of the cosmos. Unravel the threads of fate, history, and the stars. Subscribe to see what the cosmos really planned for humanity.